we're back. Jeff, you've healed the dead.
I did.
So while we were off camera, Jeff healed Azra. Back amongst the living. Don't you worry, team. No one has passed.
He just was tired.
I mean,
took a little snoozle.
He fainted.
And to be honest, it did say dead.
Yeah.
On the witch's hut.
What do you think the witch is doing to bring them? Like, not just are they bringing them back to life, they're reincorporating their body.
I think they're using homunculus. So they have little fake humans, and they transfer the spirit into the new robot.
Is that what a
body.
homunculus is?
It is in fucking what's that anime with the transmutation circles and shit?
Oh, shit. What's it? Alchemist.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Pokemon.
Pokemon Cup.
I never saw an episode of Pokemon.
Which Pokemon is that?
There actually is like Pokemon that are like dead.
There's also a Pokemon, I think.
Oh my
might be
god!
called
I just did
Homunculus.
60. Oh, you
Come
fucking won.
You better snipe that bitch.
Fucking won. Thank God. Oh.
Oh, fuck. Just a brick to the face. Just hot bricking.
You know what I don't like? Hey, brick to the face. Like the dragon's like, I don't really know. No thanks to the brick in the face. But homunculus, eh?
Yeah, so it's like a fake body.
What the fuck? A fake body?
Yeah.
Like you they got like just dummy bodies on the floor?
They just
You know.
They use a thing
To do the stuff.
to put souls
so
into the
I
body.
don't know anything about Full Metal Alchemist.
It's a really neat
Is
show.
that what the brother is? He's a suit of
No.
armor, right?
He's not
What the
he's
fuck
not a
are we
homunculus.
ruining right now? It's this show I want to watch.
Yeah.
Rune Ring?
Yeah.
The
Rune
short
Ring.
answer is
Jason,
no.
that's what I meant.
He's not.
Rune Ring.
No, it's like the first episode, right?
They-
Like you meet him, like when the show starts, he's already in that like body.
Yes, he is in the suit of armor.
Yeah, that's not like ruining it because that's literally like
I
you
don't
see
know
that-
anything about it.
Well,
so.
okay, fair enough. I've seen clips of it, and all that I've ever seen was like 2 seconds, and it's like the brother is. It looks like he's a robot.
He's in a giant spiky suit of armor.
Yeah.
He's really cool.
And you're just like, why is he calling that other guy brother?
He's
And
an
everyone,
alchemist.
everyone
He's
assumes that
fully metal.
Yeah,
the funny thing
Alchemist.
is his name is Al.
really?
Chemist, and he's
Alphonse.
a chemist.
Wait, no, Alphonse is the
Alchema chemist.
Alphonse is one of them, and then there's another guy,
Chemist
Edward.
Al.
Edward is the actual Full Metal Alchemist,
Okay.
and Alphonse is the suit of armor. But everyone assumes that Al is the Full Metal Alchemist because he's a big metal suit.
I've heard that. Have you ever seen the or have you ever heard things being referred to as hard or soft magic?
Hard magic is like difficult magic.
No, not like soft magic is when you need the flaps.
It's like, you go, cotton and feathers, attack.
No, it's like hard and soft magic systems, like because this kind of rolls into like a Dungeons and Dragons.
yeah.
type thing.
So like Lord of the Rings is soft magic.
Right, because Gandalf can just do anything. You have no idea what his powers are.
But
in any
he's
given
like
situation,
he does like a little light thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like he shoots a fireball.
Right.
That would be hard magic.
Soft magic is oftentimes where it's like the rules are never defined and the magic users just are able to do whatever the plot needs them to do to move forward. And hard magic is where there are defined rules and regulations to a magic system.
Face to face.
And like you have to follow the rules.
Yes.
So like, you know, like Harry Potter is like that was a fart. Harry Potter's like hard magic, and like Avatar, The Last Airbender, is hard magic because
Yes.
there are rules that dictate you can only do so much with your power.
Right.
If you do more, you can kill yourself.
Right.
If you do more, like you need to have the forms right to get effective.
Chakra.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how Full Metal Alchemist is. It's very, very much
Hard magic, yeah, and that was it. It was in that video I was watching. They were referencing Full Metal Alchemist over and over again. Nice job. Because they're saying, dude, everyone leveled up.
That's a bitch.
They were saying that Full Metal Alchemist is like the definition of hard magic.
Right.
Because-
Because the plot is
Oh,
they tried to
yes.
to soft it up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So they tried to break the rules and they got bitch smacked
and
by
that's
the
what
rules.
happens. Yeah, it's like I really like the idea of that. It's like, because the reason that the video existed was someone was creating a video to talk about hard versus soft magic for writers. Like, if you're creating a fantasy world,
need to pick one.
you need to figure out how you're going to do your magic system.
Right.
And that's really cool, because I'm always thinking, like, well, whenever I make a game, we're definitely going to make a game at some point.
Hell yeah.
It's going to have some magic in it. Magic was what makes the world go round. It's more entertaining if you can do shooty beams and lasers. Like,
Yeah, it makes it fantasy over. I don't know what Game of Thrones still has magic in it too.
Like the gritty
history. It's not like whatever that fucking movie is. Kingdom of God is just a historic movie.
It's
not based on.
It's based on like a parallel universe, but there's no flying.
It's a fictionalization of a historic period,
right? Exactly.
Versus high fantasy.
Yeah, magic is just it's cool, and I like when people talk about that stuff of like how to plan a world building magic usage.
Right. So this is very clearly hard magic.
Yeah,
because they have lightning bolts. And
fire
breath.
Lightning bolts and fire breath aren't hard magic.
It's more of like the wizard is a thunder wizard, so he can use thunder.
Right, like because the wizard can't just use whatever he wants.
I'm a wizard, so I can do all the spells.
Yeah, I can tap into the force of all magic and do whatever the fuck I want.
And like in D&D, wizards have like cantrips and stuff.
Spell.
You can only use a spell so many times a day or you exhaust yourself. You know, or you can't do it or you could burn yourself out, shit like that. That is very much so hard magic, defining rules and regulations. You can't just do whatever you want because you have the ability.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we doing while we were talking about this?
Is there like a...
Just pushing on.
Is there a similar... like term for that in terms of like not magic,
like physical prowess?
Yes.
I mean, you can think about it like
is that the what's that term called where is Deus
Ex Machina?
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden you learn the ability you needed to be the final boss.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, Deus Ex Machina is a real problem.
Deus Ex Machina is when there's no way out and something...
They just write a way out.
It's called the God Machine, so it just means that something... Yeah, it's basically just an exit strategy.
Right.
That it's
all of a sudden, lion
fair.
turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Deus Ex Machina is its own thing, in my opinion. Like, it's not attached to normal combat. I mean... A lot of combat styles will just have what's going on here? Quit gate.
Yeah, you can go back to main
This lets
base.
me warp back to main base.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Just in case the puppers
well,
ever come out.
Andy has it, so it's like that's a shit ton of damage output that now we have.
That's really smart. I think normal combat's just kind of always been like, oh, if he's the stronger fighter, you know, like I mean, look at shit though, like with Spartans.
Right.
You know, like Master Chief, and like how it almost becomes like a magic because he's too strong.
Yeah.
He can do anything.
Yeah.
Like that's where you start to draw the line of like, okay, we're kind of leaving realism.
So when you doesn't afraid of anything,
that's when you know that you're hard magic.
Soft
combat.
Soft combat magic.
Soft combat is when it's
soft combat is when
battle
you
mages.
just floop on each other.
Just look at your dick
Don't
when
look
you
at
fart.
My
Why are you looking at my dick?
and part of it
my dick.
in video games specifically, I hate when it's just the protagonist can do everything.
Yes.
Like I love one of my favorite memories from like recent generation of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I played Call of Duty 4.
When you
campaign. When you died. That was so good.
They like write in that your character...
That was so good.
It was the opening mission, too.
No, it was halfway through the game.
The nuke.
You were playing as...
Soap.
A Soap, McTavish, who was on the SAS, and then you were playing as an American guy.
No, what was the opening mission where it's like, remember, no Russian?
That's
the second game.
That is, you're thinking of Battlefront. Or Battlefield.
No, that was the second.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Remember no Russian when you walk through the airport.
You go shoot up the airport and then they like kill you as you get into the van.
That was the second
So
one.
that's after they've already introduced that possibility of player character gets murdered
Correct.
as part of the
So
plot.
that was, I mean, it was really well done. Oh, shit.
That did way
And, like,
less damage.
It looks
It was
scary.
thunder flare.
Thunder. Soul and the thunder.
And the lightning and thunder.
But in the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, you play as a British guy, Soap McTavish, who ends up going through all of them, and then you play as an American guy.
Right.
And throughout the episode, throughout the game, the British dudes are like behind the scenes trying to solve the query of what's going on.
And the
who's
American
evil
guys
here?
out there in the field.
The American dudes are just running around like, we're gonna kill everyone. Fuck the Al Qaeda. Like they're just. And
Fuck the Al Qaeda.
And they all of a sudden like a nuke explodes nearby.
Yeah.
And
Well-
like that fucked.
Oh, what the? I
Those
didn't
are
even notice these guys were huge.
Golems.
Those are golems. And then like they fucking like the guy you're playing as like is in a helicopter.
He
He
gets nuked,
crashes.
right?
He's irradiated and he crawls and he dies.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I remember that
holy
nuke going
shit.
off. It's crazy.
Like that was so cool because it wasn't just I'm playing this guy for one small part of the game and then he dies at the end of that. Like you were him for a couple hours at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And then just boom, you're dead now.
Yeah. It's less impactful as the Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, and it was still good, and they did that for Modern Warfare 2. I think there was one part at the end of one of the Modern Warfare games, or maybe even a different Call of Duty that was made by Infinity Ward, where like one of the guys you had been playing as the whole time got betrayed by somebody that you also were playing as.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell? Like
I didn't
that kind of-
betray me.
Yeah,
That wasn't me.
that kind of storytelling
What
is
the
really
fuck?
good, and I prefer it to the storytelling of your protagonist, and that means you can't die, and no, like you'll fucking like Master Chief is the worst example of this, where he'll fucking destroy.
Crash
A thing- like a
ship
gigantic
into
ship.
another ship.
He'll destroy a gigantic ship with a nuclear warhead by
then-
pushing the nuclear warhead detonation button, standing next to the nuclear warhead, and he's alive.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
How did you do that?
I think another good game that does that well is like Battlefield 1. Like, there's the little stories if you're not just doing multiplayer all
little
day.
vignettes.
They got little.
That's the one that
war
I have,
stories.
right? That's the one
yeah,
where
yeah,
the opening is like, you will die in this.
Yeah, and so like they have you string through dudes. Like you're hunkering down, and there's just non-stop enemies coming at you.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're gonna die.
And then you die, and then it shows the year that it shows the dude's name and the years that he was alive, and then you just go into
It
a different
teleports to another guy on the
Jesus.
battlefield. It's crazy. It's really neat, and
That
I
is
like the
cool.
way they did it.
Like that kind of storytelling can be done really well, and I love that kind
That's
of
5 Beastmasters. in one
Just
party.
they're the whip boys.
Whip Boys.
Watch me whip.
No, watch.
I think we stumbled onto something we shouldn't have seen here.
Yeah, this little bond.
Everyone's just like stretching their whips.
I got they're all lifting them up like, you want some of this? Follow me back home.
It's like those snake mob things that we were fighting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just a bundle of snakes.
I shouldn't be holding all these snakes. This is not going to
What
go
am I
well
gonna
for me.
do with these?
How do I hold all these snakes?
Magnus.
Liberation.
He just chills. Magnus
So-
Magnus and Andy are punching way out front because
As
I'm
they
just
should.
like,
They're
it's
just
time
rolling
to
in,
fucking
middle fingers
murder.
up.
I just need. Yeah, I need everyone to die.
Like
On the bad
you
guy.
do so much damage with this unit. It might be time to break this band up.
No.
Yeah, send that knight to like go.
Actually, that's a good point. What you could do
Squaggle.
is send some of like the support units to different places. Like replace them with another one of this type of
Yeah,
unit.
go put in
But we
another knight. Like these knights are way stronger than some of my other knights.
Right.
So if I just cycle some of them out,
Yeah, exactly.
now these are monster leaders of parties.
Yeah.
That would be a smart move, honestly.
This is like what I do in between recording sessions.
It's like
it's
just
like, all
completely
right, we'll
overhaul.
do this again in a couple months, and in the meantime, I'm like, fucking micro.
And I'm none the wiser because I can't tell one knight from another.
You're like, oh, that's Goodman.
Hey, I
oh, look,
like
it's
that guy.
Goodman.
Hey, look,
Look,
a
these
few
guys
good
are all
matches.
Goodman.
Rename all of them Goodman.
Put that
Goodman,
picture on the
Goodman,
screen.
Goodman. Why?
Next time we fight Raid.
I think so.
And we
Feel that
avoid
raid
making
boss.
the few good men joke.